besides me. Okay. We got a few people in here. Want to say good evening. Today is Tuesday, isn't it? I guess it's my first day back. You guys kind of went through your withdrawals, huh? Unless you're over on Patreon, then you got content all the time. Um, anyways, we're gonna talk about AI news, and we're gonna talk about some stuff within digital homesteading. Um, I'm still kind of figuring out how to like what kind of stuff I want to talk about on there because I kind of gotta speak from authority, and we'll get into this over time. But anyways, nice to see every one of you. I am glad to see all of y'all. What we're gonna be having tonight, because we generally do dinner with Tuck. So I've got some Nor chicken flavor fried rice. So that will be Sam and I have eaten pretty heartily today, but that's what we're gonna end up having tonight. So let me get the pan over here. But um, something very well, for those of you that are new here that are watching this post replay, welcome. I'm Friar Tuck. I've been chronically homeless. This last time was just for about 2 years. Well, I've been building my presence in the digital economy. Now that I've gotten to a point now, I have my own piece of land, and now I am moving on to the next chapter of my life, which is to be a digital homesteader and to talk about these topics because they're going to be impactful in our life moving forward. Um, okay, there we go. So what is it that is kind of interesting in AI news? I have been coming across material where some of the people that have been talking a lot about uh, uh, these are like the god, not the godfathers, the original gurus that built this stuff to begin with. Um, they they're kind of speaking out because everybody's saying, "Oh, we're gonna have AGI, we're gonna have AGI," but we need a new language for it. What's up, Craig? Nice to see you, buddy. Um, and so I'm surprised we haven't seen Chris yet. We'll see him, but anyways, we'll end up seeing. I think that this guy might be right just because of the authority and like how involved he's been in the creation of what we know as modern AI, and so that's something that we should at least listen to because he does have some authority to speak in. And after that started being said, I started seeing other things come across where um, it looks like a lot of these AI platforms. You see, the XAI was bought X, so now it owns Twitter. What's up, NFL all day? Nice to see you. Um, all right, but anyways, uh, just with. Sorry, I gotta quit paying attention to comments for a minute. I'll do the Q&A in just a minute. I'm gonna just talk about what I'm learning and what I'm seeing and what I'm understanding because you guys don't get the chance to do this, and this is going to affect you. I'm working on a video that's gonna. I want to tell a specific story, and I'm hoping to have it released by Friday. But if not, what's up, Jafar? So the thing is now all of a sudden once this guy comes out and says it, so this is some French guy who comes out and says, hey, I think that in order for us to reach AGI, or artificial general intelligence, we're going to have to develop a whole new code. LLM has already reached its limits. And so what does that mean for all these LLM companies? Have they realized it? Because it's almost like they all started moving in unison. You had Twitter being bought by XAI, which is now X and XAI. And now they're starting to integrate that into the Tesla system. I think what you're seeing, at least from Tesla's side, is he's going to be the sole oligarch of this nation if he keeps doing what he's doing, because what's going to happen is we're gonna see a whole Tesla ecosystem. Microsoft is trying to do the same thing. OpenAI is trying to do the same thing. The Chinese are starting to do the same thing. Just over the last couple of days, the Chinese released a free AI agent that basically you just train it as it goes along, but it starts off as limited intelligence until you kind of build onto it. But they're starting to offer all this stuff for free, and this is affecting us here in the States. So this is economic warfare, and and just just general warfare in the AI war between the different superpowers, which is pretty much the United States and China, are the two that are competing. Nobody else in the world's competing except for the United States and China, and for some reason nobody else is picking it up. Europe isn't picking it up. I'm surprised that the Russians haven't picked it up or anything else like that. Oh, what's up, Farmer Prepper? What's up, Sam? All right, nice to see y'all. But anyways, so we're starting to see all these different AI platforms, these different LLMs, which is large language model. We're seeing all these different LLMs are now starting to create services based by that. We're part of what the video that I'm working on is to show you kind of where all the layoffs happen, because as someone who was in the tech industry at one point in time, I will tell you that um, I will tell you that the first people to lose their jobs when you've got not only a recession but anything else like that is the tech industry. So, but this is something that I'm seeing. So XAI is kind of starting to get in the Tesla ecosystem. So how could this pan out if he's if we're looking at like a chain reaction, a cause and effect? Well, he's already coming out with cell phones and tablets that are going to be 1/3 of the cost of an iPhone or a Samsung Galaxy. It'll have satellite capabilities, and you'll basically be on the Tesla network. Okay, so he's taking over cell phones, he's taking over tablets, he's taking over data, he's taking over robotics. He's taking, because now he says that by the end of this year they expect to have 5,000 Tesla robots that are completely um, they're going to be completely ready to go inside the home. They've got some proprietary technology, and that's part of the reason why they're merging all of this together, is because one, they need the data, and so this is how you get fresh data so that you can remain relevant. But at the other part, it creates their own little ecosystem. So if I buy a Tesla phone, that means I'm most likely going to buy a Tesla car because my phone will work with my car. For the same reason why you buy an iPhone and an iPad, or like the Apple, whatever you call it, the Apple laptop. I think it's called no, that's not the iPad. The iPad's what I got over here. No, so just like how Apple had its ecosystem, you're going to start seeing a lot of these LLMs start to do the same thing. Okay, so when you buy one product, it's like, okay, it dictates your future purchases because you have incentive because it's integrated into the network. Because if you've got a Tesla car, a Tesla phone, a Tesla tablet, you got a Tesla robot, and let's see, he's also in solar power as well. My ex-wife works for his company, or at least she used to. So you have this whole ecosystem that's all Tesla, and it's all designed to work together. And in the same way that you may end up having the fight between Microsoft and Apple, because I have, and even now Google with Chromebook. So I have an iPhone. I can't get things to transfer from my tablet, or excuse me, from my Chromebook to my phone. I can't get things to go from Microsoft to Apple. You can't get these things to switch and talk to each other because they put them on their own platforms, and they do this to keep you within their ecosystem. Okay, this is how these companies get big, stay big, and they're in multiple markets because what they learned is how to create an ecosystem. And I think that Microsoft was probably one of the first pioneers to really take that to the next level. Even within the tech industry, because I was Microsoft certified. Even within the tech industry, you have your value goes up just by having a Microsoft certification, especially if you're working in a Microsoft shop. Now, there are only certain places where Microsoft really works, and a lot of people have it, which is government, the Silicon Valley, and maybe Seattle, Chicago, and New York. But the rest of the world operates on Linux, which was my big thing. Okay, but this is the ecosystem that's being created, and so as you start deciding which company, which LLM do I want to work with, because there was a suggestion that says if you're over 40 and you want to remain relevant in the workforce between now and 2030, be learn 5 different AI tools that you can use that will make your job easier, make you do it quicker, make you do it more proficient, so that you can, because at a certain point you can start negotiating your salary at production level versus negotiating your salary on an hourly wage. So therefore you can actually spend less time working because you're using these AI tools to do the same amount of work in less time. You know, just like me with my videos, I'm getting a lot more work done in less time. So it's much easier for me to be able to it's much easier for me to be able to have free time to do other productive things, or if you've got a job, you know, to do things that you know, around the house, have some family time, go to your kid's soccer game, you know, not miss out on things, have a better quality of life, a closer relationship with your family, because right now the family's probably the biggest thing that's under attack. And if we don't start using this as a way to be able to free up time, to have more time with family, to develop the parent-child bond, I think that in the future it's gonna have negative consequences. So let's go into some questions on this, and then we're gonna go into digital homesteading. All right. So, and guys, please put your questions in all caps if you can. True April Fools. Okay. 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 Let's see. NFL play fiend. Okay. We're okay. Huh. Wow, Craig. Okay. LLM, does it have to have compatibility? In some instances, yes, because in the same way that you do, it's software. Okay. Beth, think of it like this. When you went and you bought a piece of software back in the day, you had to see if it had that little Windows logo, if you owned a Windows machine, or an Apple logo if you owned an Apple machine, just to make sure that it was compatible. A lot of it is not necessarily compatibility, but you're going to want it to work with other apps. And so you're going to, if you're going to set yourself up an agent, you're going to want API keys. These API keys is basically the login credentials for your agent to be able to go and function and do what you tell it to do within that app, whether it be Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, YouTube, doesn't matter. Whatever platforms, whatever elements you need to do it in. But here's the difference between the ones that will succeed and the ones that won't succeed. And the ones that will succeed will learn to use it as a tool. Those that don't know how to use it, or don't learn how to use it as a tool, and tend to lean on it 100%, like a lot of these younger generation, because they just don't understand what the acquisition of knowledge really means. So therefore, we're going to always have that competitive advantage over them until they grow up, realize, oh crap, and they start changing the education system. So don't forget to hit that like button, guys. That's kind of how I that's how I move up in the algorithm. So only lake that gets gales. Okay. Yeah, we've had 60-mile-an-hour winds for a while. Communist electric company compatibility. Maybe. TV is giving blizzard warnings as. Oh wow. Yeah, I've been hearing you guys are gonna get your butt kicked. Ryan Hall just went live. Okay, well you are in okay. Oh wow. I spit on you if I'd ever saw you. Well, screw you, Matthew. Have a nice day. So, yeah, we like the we like the I am doing well, Beth. I'm having a day. So, just a lot of it is I'm trying not to feel guilty about allowing myself to rest so I don't deal with burnout. You know, the thing is I got so much stuff going at one time. Sometimes I see it and I get so overwhelmed that I'm trying not to get to a point where I have burnout. That turned out pretty well. Okay. Joe Mama. For you both, went live, and here I am. Well, thank you, Beth. I really appreciate that you're here. If you need to pop over, pop over. I want you to be safe as much as I like having you here. Okay, so the next thing that I want to talk about digital homesteading, and I've been talking about how the way that this whole Web 3.0 or the AI has been going is that it's if you are going to be a homesteader or if you want to be a homesteader, the opportunity has opened up for you because if you learn a side hustle to where you can make a few $100s a month and be able to sell all your assets and move out into the country and buy a couple acre piece of land, whether you do it through Stephanie at openairproperties.net or you do it through another entity, it doesn't matter. What this is going to do is give you an opportunity to to move from the city out into the country, because unless you have social security, retirement, or you have some sort of income like you're a business owner or something like that, you can't necessarily come out here. Or if you're like me, I'm in the digital economy, I can come out here because I'm able to make money from anywhere. It doesn't matter where my land is as long as I've got signal and I've got connection. And so that's where like Elon Musk and Starlink comes in, because that's going to be that's a big game changer for a lot of people. So whether it's you get his phones, you get his tablets, or you just subscribe, because even your phones right now, part of the updates that you'll start seeing over the next couple of years is that your phones will be connecting to Starlink satellites, in order to ensure, the great whatever, to make sure that you have good coverage. Okay, so these things are going to be changing, moving forward, and you should be expecting this. Right now, T-Mobile is one of the early investors into the Starlink and the upgrades and stuff. So if you're on T-Mobile, your bill's probably going to be less than it is over on Verizon, because I'm sure the reason why T-Mobile did this was to be able to get a competitive advantage. Okay, but if you're going to take advantage of the opportunity for homesteading, hold on. You're going to want to do some sort of side hustle. You're going to want to take one moment and figure out a way to make $400 or $500. If you're over on my Patreon, if you're one of my many members over there, I put out in a post a little thing, a little exercise for you guys to kind of get acclimated. Because I know when I first started, I was like, well, what can I do to sell or to do things online? This is my skill set. This is my experiences. This is how much time I have to devote to it. This is what I got. These are my tools. Help me figure this out. I mean, I got it all the way down to I'm using a Chromebook and an iPhone, and I'm off grid with, limited signal and a 100 gig hotspot. And it actually broke it down to like, if I chose this level, how much of my hotspot I would use, and in doing the various things. And it really broke it down for me to a point where I was like, ooh, I like that one. And that's really what I would like to do with you guys, is to bring you to a point where you have an interest, even if it's just peddling something. Because I mean, like Bucknut, he talks about making custom cutting boards. Okay, you could do custom cutting boards. He could also like do a partnership and a branded promo with either me or another content creator, where we sell it and the proceeds get split a certain way, whatever. And it's something not only for the community but whatever. And you have this opportunity to be able to take what it is that you do now. Because like me, I love woodworking. I would love to one day get back to a point where I could start working with wood. I would love to make chairs and tables and rocking chairs and things like that, bookshelves, custom stuff, because I've always I enjoyed that. I actually almost didn't get to graduate from middle school into the high school, because I had too many shop classes. And then I almost didn't get to graduate shop or high school because I had too many PE credits. So everything I did, I always did, and I did it, full on. Okay, but Farmer Prepper, Michigan. Oh wow. Hey, what's up, Invisible Man? The weather is really messed up. Oh, I bet it is. I bet it's really, really bad. But I think it's time that as we talk, as I do this transition from talking about homelessness to talking about making money online using the digital economy. I experienced the digital economy. I didn't even realize I was in the digital economy um, when I started my cleaning business. But my leads came from Thumbtack. And then once they stopped coming through Thumbtack, because I transitioned to Home Advisor, which is a website, digital leads. They did back then. They did like pay per click and all that other stuff because that was popular back then. And I also had my own website, which was geared to be able to bring in leads. And so therefore, even though I was a what you would consider a brick and mortar or work from home business, I was able to expand my business to making over $100,000 a year by by leveraging the digital economy. Now, I understood it from that standpoint because I had other talents coming into it that allowed me to succeed. And I think Mike Rowe needed for high school tech programs. Yeah, everything that made me money I learned in shop class. Yeah. Shop class was fun. I mean, I made something that was not supposed to be so limber that it was that like when my 350-pound stepmom was supposed to step on it, she was supposed to snap it in half. And I said, I reinforced it just right. All I did was add a couple of flaps to it, and yeah, no, that thing's still there to this day. Sturdiest thing my old man ever owns. So yeah, I love woodworking. But anyways, just I didn't understand the digital economy and kind of how I was in it. I just thought that this was just a normal way of doing business because I knew everywhere I did things, and whenever I wanted something, I just searched online for it. There was no need to go through. There was no yellow pages. They stopped giving out the phone book probably 15 years ago. So I mean, it's just it just got to a point where that became that way. Now, you can still take the same thing that I did, whether you want to do a brick and mortar business, whether you just want to be a handyman that travels around. There's all different ways to get into the digital economy to meet the lifestyle that you want. So what I would really like to encourage you guys to do is to take a moment and do some self-reflecting and say, okay, if AI were to automate my job, and money really wasn't necessarily the issue, what would I do for fun and for production? Okay, if I were going to be working online, whether it be doing gigs like I did something through an app called ShiftSmart. You can do phone surveys. You can do other phone work. You can do in-person work where you go into like Circle K's and do their stock for like 4 hours, and then you get paid a couple hours later. It was pretty nice. It was like day labor, but all it was an app. And then you went to pick your own schedule, whatever it is that you wanted, and they put it up there as first come, first serve. So something like that, we just, Remnant, there, I can't help you with that. I just, this is something that we as a society, I think, or as a community, okay, because this is our community. The rest of the world, they can go screw themselves, they can stick their head in the sand, they can play whatever they want. This community here, what I really would like to do is to open your eyes to start experimenting with it and at least start playing with it before you lose your job. Because right now with AI, the chatbots, the LLM, and the AI agents that they're putting forward, that can automate about 20% of the workforce. So if you don't have some sort of backup plan B. So when I was a kid, I wanted to be a middle linebacker for the New Orleans Saints because they had the best linebacking core in the NFL at the time. This is the mid-90s. And I'm like, I want to be and my old man kept saying, no, you need a plan B. And so I actually sat back and I thought about it, and I said, okay, so my plan B, which became my plan A, was go in the military. And if I didn't make it if I didn't go in the military, then I would go off to do to become a constitutional lawyer. But I just figured that I would follow in the same footsteps as my old man. And I encourage you to do the same thing. This is why I put that prompt out there for any of you that are my members over on Patreon. If you don't know where it's at, you can go down in the description. It's in the $5 membership tier, so which is Digital Watcher. So, I mean, you can get access to it and start adding value to yourself right now by figuring out what it is that you can do that will be that will be beneficial to you, because as your job gets automated, if you can sit there and crochet things and you can sell them for $20-$30 online because you like to crochet, well, it's all about sitting up there and figuring out a way to let the rest of the world know that you've got stuff for sale that you can crochet. And then you get into the whole marketing aspect, and that marketing aspect is something that you really got to think about it from your own vantage point, because in reality, like attracts alike. So if you're going to be the one doing your own marketing, you're going to be the one attracting people that are like you, okay, that are moving in a specific direction in life, that have certain interests, certain things like that. And so you ask yourself, I love crocheting, this is one of my hobbies, and I can make some money at it. Where do I go and find information? Is it watching crochet channels on YouTube? And then, hey, because I know I've watched some because my mom was into it, and then they have their designs beneath, like things that they've done, that are their own branding, so that you can do whatever, and things like that. But this is just stuff, if you are looking to do something that's going to be your hobby, but also be your income. And then once you generate that income, let's say I pay less than $200 a month for my piece of property through. And for those of you that are curious, it's Stephanie over at openairproperties.net. She does Arizona, Arkansas, and Colorado. But she also has contacts in other states. If you want to reach out to her, just tell her Friar Tuck sent you. Okay? So this, I mean, less than $200 a month. So if I was making $500 right now, that means I have $300, or actually I have about $350 in cushion, to be able to do projects, to be able to do this, to do that. I mean, you're gonna have to start somewhere, but you might as well figure out a way to cut your expenses now, because there's gonna come a day, because they're already talking about multi-family homes. We're not talking about like where just like you have more than one kid. They're talking about multi-generational homes. Generations, 2 and 3 generations are moving in with each other at a time. And this is starting to show not only the economic crunch because of inflation, but it's also showing the job place pressure, because you've got white collar workers that are losing their jobs to a robot. And it's just the way it's going to happen. So you either have a choice. You either sit there and whine about your situation, or you pick yourself up, you put your big boy pants on, and figure out, how do I adapt, improvise, and overcome. So app writing makes money, yes, but I'm not I'm not a coder. I'm an idea man, really. So, but really, okay. Yep, we've seen real changes already. Okay. Uh, I need a new back. Yeah, we all do. Okay. I had a friend that collected phone books over 1,000 different cities. Wow. Does he sell them for collectibles? Because I'm sure they'd be going for a lot right now, especially if they're in good condition. Because no, you go tell somebody under 30. Go ask them if they know what a phone book is. Okay, I started messing with the PC in the 1980s, bought the parts, built the PC, wrote your own apps. Yeah, see, Craig, you know, I commend you, but that's not a thing that I do. But honestly, great job. Honestly, yeah. So Etsy, cut expenses, have a plan B, big girl panties on. Hey, what's up, Rails? How y'all just moved out of the families and into a fifth wheel. That's nice. When Grandpa was young, many families, homes with 3 generations. Yes, and that shows. But here's the thing: we were wealthy enough to where the average person could afford to not have to live with their parents and be in multi-generational homes. By the fact that we're going back to that shows how much wealth we're losing. Where's that money going? It's going into senior care, it's going into technology, it's going into inflation. Okay, yeah, but okay, so anyways, well, I usually get through this part pretty good. Hold on, I need to get a bowl. Sam wants her cut. Oh, can you guys see her? No, you can't. Here. Say hi, Sam. Hold on a second, guys. I need to give Sam her cut of the rice. That way I don't have to give her kibble. Okay, baby girl, there you go. Down here. Sit. Wait. Yeah, you ought to see her right about now. All right, yeah. Yes, the nightly Sam introduction. This is how we know we're getting into our live Q&A and we're done with the business. So, ask away questions, because I know you guys haven't seen me for a couple of days and stuff like that. For those of you that are in the early release, come Friday, if you haven't responded to me, I don't know what else to do. But I'm offering those that are members in the $2.99, which will be discontinued, the free membership for 1 month over on over on Patreon. And Chris, that means you too. You got to come over and get the you got to come over and look at the way everything's been updated. Oh, are you waiting for your after party? As you guys can hear, the wind's finally going down. Since probably about 10 o'clock last night, we've had 60-mile-an-hour gusts all night long. It woke me up a few times. It shook the trailer so bad. Still had tiny shotgun tracks when I was... Oh, that would be nice. Well, you guys watch Sam. But yeah, the doggy's getting fed. Bigger than most tiny homes. Yeah, look at how fast she's getting. You guys see that? My doggy's getting fat. That's what happens when you get off trail, huh? So let me so this if you guys are over on there's like 5 tiers of membership. Everything from a free membership all the way down to coaching calls. And it just works its way up from there. You should come over, check it out, see what you think. At least with the digital watcher, it'll get you started, especially if you're like trying to be very budget friendly, because you'll be getting relevant tips that are going to, like what I did this week was, or for this month, is I put out a prompt that would kind of help you get started in the in AI. So it gave you some options to where you can fill in the blanks, copy and paste that into Grok or whatever whatever chatbot you want, and then from there you can from there you can kind of explore. But at least the first step is just getting to a point where you are able to sit back and just be have some curiosity, because you'd be amazed where you'll end up if you approach it from a place of curiosity versus a place of fear. this is something that's going to be like the smartphone. It's going to be in our society for a very long time. It's going to take over a lot of stuff. It's going to automate a lot of stuff, which means that we as human beings, if we want to remain relevant and self-sufficient, that means that we have to be digital rebels. And as a digital rebel, what does that mean? It means that you're doing your part to survive in the system, but you're trying not to be in the system. And so that's where the importance of community comes in. And that's what I'm really working on building with the Patreon side, at least until I can get the the membership set up over on my website, which it's going to take a minute. But if I were to offer you any advice on getting started, because I'm in I'm like, I've got until the 8th, so I've got like a week left before my AI my $500 AI challenge is up. I'm stuck at $100, but that's fine. I'm okay with that because it brought in $100 when I wasn't even sure it was going to bring in anything. So I'm excited with the results from that, plus the adaptation of process and to be able to make my life a lot easier through just kind of getting that curiosity and introducing myself to AI. A lot of what the whole intent of that was to get me some sort of you made 5 people gay? Oh man. I live in a barn when I was growing up. Okay. Made a hay fort. Oh wow. It's been a while since I've seen one of those. Samantha, what are you doing? Get up here on the bed. Get up. No. Hey. On the bed. Come on. Come on. No, I said over here. Look, little girl. Listen right now. Up here. Up here. On the bed. Go lay down on the bed. Now. Go lay down. Fine. You can stay there, but you're not coming down. I don't want to hear from you. Knock it off. I have a 2-year-old. It's not a human being either. Oh, hey. Oh, Bucknut's here. What's up, Bucknut? Okay. I live in a barn. I ain't even happy. Hold on. Oh, okay. Yeah, alright, so I see what happened. I love gay people. So much more lady for me. Yeah, ain't that right? Hey, more for me, right? What's up, Chris? So I hope you heard earlier, you have a free, oh shit. Today is the 1st. Before we get going. Okay. There. Samantha, lay down now. And there's my hat. Okay. I remembered, but I just didn't. I almost forgot. Okay, so we got the raffle today. Okay, so we're gonna talk about what the raffle gets you. But hold on, give me a second. Let me write down the names. So I've got Greg. And Greg, and we've got Beth, and Beth, and Janelle, and one more time, okay, and then we've got Chris, P, we've got Matt, D, Cat, and then we've got Bucknut. Okay, so let me get this raffle set up. Sorry guys, I don't mean to be yeah, I probably should have given him a little bit more space. Alright, so we have, these are the raffle tickets if you want to know how to raffle, because this is the new month. So first prize, what you get is you get a membership over on Patreon for free. If you are a non-paid member. If you are a paid member, you will get 90% off of your next month. Okay. Shit. I'm just gonna have to redo that one. Okay, and so you get that, plus you get a digital bundle from AIHomesteader.com, or you can also, I have another one over on Patreon, so you get a choice of that if you win first prize. Let me do it with the pen. Okay, hold on. That. If you get second prize, what you get is the what you get is what's it called? A digital bundle that I have not released yet. So I'm thinking of either releasing my Appalachian Trail photos, my bundle of that, or the or my Washington D.C. photos. So you see part of those, both of those in the intro that I do. So if you want to know where those pictures come from, those come from all the different places I was at. But for the most part, it comes from that area. So anyways, you will get a choice of that. Third prize gets you a 1-month free membership over on Patreon in the digital homesteading tier. Okay? And so what you will need to do is, if I call your name and you're a winner and I tell you what prize you won, I need you to email me, friartuck@hobotuck.com. Okay? If you email me there, I will be able to send you a link for your free for your prize. Okay, and then you may also need to tell me, like, if you like which bundle you want and stuff like that. So you'll have to tell me that in the email as well. And so I'll give you an opportunity. You have 72 hours to reach out to me. If you don't reach out to me within 72 hours, which means, because this is going to be up for replay, okay? If you don't reach out to me within 72 hours, you forfeit your prize. Because I want you to come get it. I want you to come get it. Within a couple of days. That way, it doesn't get forgot or anything else like that. Because I have memory issues. Okay. So if you want to enter into next month's raffle, just like we do this month, if you put $10 or $20 in the super chat or super thanks, you get 1 ticket per $10, maximum 2 tickets. As you've noticed, there's a couple of people that got 2 tickets, a couple of people that got 1 ticket. Okay, or you could come over to Patreon, and if you sign up for either Digital Homesteader or you sign up for Sovereign Operator, you will get 2 entries by default as a bonus for signing up over there on membership. Okay, so we're gonna do the first raffle. We ready? Okay. So the first one. So first prize goes to Bucknut. Awesome. So Bucknut, what I could do is I can give you because you're already a paid member, but you're in the $10 tier. I could give you a 90% off token for either the $20 membership or the $10 membership. Your choice. Send me a thing, and then I also need to know which one of the digital bundles do you want. Do you want my Last Days on Trail, or do you want the bundle of postcards over on Patreon? Okay, so Bucknut is our first prize winner. Okay, so all right, our second prize winner. All right, Beth, I think you're gonna like this one. You are number 2. All right. So now we've got number 2, Beth. So what you win is, I need to know from you. Can you send me an email, friartuck@hobotuck.com, and let me know, do you want the Appalachian Trail photos or do you want the Washington, D.C. photos? Okay, because that will be my next bundle. You'll get them for free, and you get first release. I hope if you like them that you'll leave a review on the website so that other people know whether or not you like it. Okay, so so Bucknut number 1, Beth number 2. All right, let's see who number 3 is. Janelle. All right. I know we see Janelle in here every once in a while. So, Janelle, I need you to email me, friartuck@hobotuck.com, if you would like your prize. I know you said something that you didn't want it, but in case you want to come over and get a month free membership over on Patreon, I can give you a coupon for that. Otherwise, you guys have 72 hours. So this is Tuesday. So you have until Friday night to message me and let me know what it is that you want, as far as the bundles go. Okay. So I don't font need the prizes, of course. But not. It's rigged. I call shenanigans. Well, Bucknut, if you want, yeah. I mean, I'll give you. I mean, if you don't want the bundle, I don't have to send you the bundle, but at least let me send you the coupon for 90% off, so that it's just a way to. You've been here working your ass off, and no, this wasn't rigged. I reached in there. Basically, Bucknut, you got one entry and you got top prize. So I mean, that's just the luck of the draw. All right, rails. All right, so we've got 2 for rails. All right. Let's see here. let me write this down in here. Now that I have a pen, now I can write it down. And then that way I don't lose it. So we're in April, so May 1st drawing. First drawing. Okay. And so we've got rails twice. Okay. Well, rails, you've been marked down. Welcome. Thank you very much. Much appreciated. Anybody else want to get in the raffle? You might as well get in now. The drawing will be the 1st of every month, and sometimes you guys may have to remind me, though. But yes, I'm really excited. I'm glad that I get to do this, because I know some of you guys just do it because you want to help out, but I still want to be able to give back to y'all, because y'all just, you guys are a big part of what has helped me keep going along the way. So I want to be able to give back to you guys. That's the whole point in these prizes. Yes, I'm getting things in my tip jar, or in my super thanks and stuff like that. But the whole point of it is really to do a way where it's user contribution, or where those that play around in it, those that put skin in the game get something from it. So I very much appreciate it. Well, me too, Rails. I'm really excited as well. But at least, I know Beth. The only person we're waiting on is Janelle. Okay, so let the man give. What's up, Captain Teen Carey? All right. Well, it looks like everybody was all excited to see this whole this whole thing. But every month on the 1st, this is when we're gonna hold our drawing. So what you'll get is okay, so what is Sovereign? What do you get at the Digital Homesteader? Because I think if you're just wanting to dabble into this, to see what it is that you can do to make money online, I would recommend doing the Digital Watcher, which is the $5 tier. Okay, with the Digital Watcher, you're gonna get posts, and you're gonna get other stuff that I put down. It's meant to kind of not only help you generate curiosity, but if you decide to go down that road, to at least kind of set you up in the right direction so that you can be guided. In the future, at least the way they're talking about education is, in the future with education, the students will be learning through AI, and the teacher will kind of help guide them along in acquiring their knowledge so that they can, accomplish whatever task or goals at hand, whatever they're trying to learn. And this is kind of the same path that I'm trying to use, at least down in there in the digital watcher, because I want to help you guys just kind of get acclimated to it, because I know most of you are over 35, and over 35 all the way up to about 60. Digital watcher, no diddy. What did everyone have for dinner? Oh, you had from Taco Bell or homemade? I had tuna steak, salad, and pasta. Nice. Mm. But the that's what that tier is meant for. Now, if you move to the next level and you go to Digital Homesteader, once a month I'm going to do a live stream. You get other content that I post there, everything that goes down to that. But I think that the value there is that you get a live Q&A with me, and you get to ask me direct questions, and without, because as this channel, because it's going to grow. I'm finally starting to see the channel, do its full on turn, and I'm starting to see the views start pick up and everything else like that. Oh, I'm so jealous. Oh, I'm so jealous. Just combine multiple comments. Oh, really? Okay. Oops. Oh well. But the value there is if you really want to be able to get in there and have a direct conversation and kind of have it be more like a workshop. That's really what it's meant to be. It's going to be the last Saturday of every month. I'm going to do this live stream / workshop with you guys. Let you guys ask me questions. I'm always going to come in with a topic because I don't like to wait for other people to get around to asking me questions. So I'm trying to load the dishwasher currently, but she doesn't want any more to drink. Well, at least you're not trying to load her with something else, Bucknut. Or is that what? Never mind. I'm going to leave that one alone. Okay, but if you go over into the sovereign operator, you're getting all that, but the other value that you get out of that is I do daily, every Monday through Friday, I do about a 3 to 4 minute video. I give an update on what it is that I've done, what it is that I've accomplished, and what lessons that I may have learned in the previous day, or how has my direction changed, so that you get to kind of watch, because some people get intimidated. They're like, I got to do it right the first time. And the thing is you got to be able to make mistakes, and I want to be able to show you a lot of the mistakes and everything else that I did. Torn rags and carne asada, huh? Meat cooked to shreds. Loaded comment. Yeah, I know, right? Oh man. Hey, at least you guys are having some fun. That's a good thing. But this is what's I'm glad everybody's got the comments going. But man. Oh, I got my tea, but the video that's coming out on Thursday, I'm looking forward to that. I can't see what the wait for the feedback is. So this video that I've been talking about that I'm making, it's gonna kind of like show the whole idea is I want to be able to use visual art as a way to kind of show you what's happening right now, because it's so scattered, and some of it is kind of not really buried, but it's not in places like most people don't go read the Wall Street Journal. Most people don't go do all this other stuff, and so by me taking the time to be able to yeah, sorry, I got would you like a Jello pudding pop? Oh, Jello. Is it chocolate? Is it? Wait, no, Jello, no. Yeah, no, Jello pudding, yeah. Barbacoa is BBQ, usually goat lived off of, okay, did not know that. But, but anyways, I'm really excited to see those that won the prize, and I hope more of you choose to consider, because like I said, you get 2 tickets for coming over and getting a membership over on Patreon. You might want to wait for next month on that one, Rails, because you only get 2 entries. But you should come over and oh, Barbecue. Thank me. What do you thanking me for? You're the one that won. Thank you. That's the thing. This is viewer appreciation. I think that's really what we're gonna call it. Is viewer appreciation, and I think that what I'll end up doing is not this month, but next month, is I'm gonna lower the entry fee down to $5 and allow up to 4 entries. Um, yeah. Well, I don't know. We'll have to think about that. But it'll be something along that lines where, because I want to drop the entry fee, because I want to make it easier for you guys to get, and for more people to participate. And some people may not have, $10 to give, but they got five. And so why not, because this is meant for you guys. This is something for you guys to enter into. You're supporting the channel. You're helping me along the way. And in return, I'm trying to give you guys things to say, hey man, I really, really appreciate you guys for everything that you do. So in a lot of ways, you may be thanking me, but I'm actually thanking you. That's the whole part. Well, that's good, Beth. Well, yeah, I mean, and all it took, and so Bucknut did a $10 entry, Janelle did a $20 entry, and Beth did her entry through Patreon. So you got a 1 in 3 chance. So, but yeah, that's kind of interesting. But why are you capping entries? Seems counterproductive. Because I kind of want to keep it fair. Somebody comes in and puts $100 in. Well, yeah, they win one prize. But then the thing is, for me, I'm also looking at it, well, the prize is only, this prize that I'm giving away is worth like $40 retail. So, I mean, something along those lines. But I want the entry to be less than the overall value of the prizes. Fuck fair, you're fundraising. Okay. All right. Bucknut makes sense. Okay. So I guess we can do that this month. There is no cap. You can put in as many as you want. Okay. So Rails, if you want to get 2 more tickets, you can go over to Patreon. So I guess for this month we'll let you get as many tickets as you want. We're gonna do $10 a piece this month, and next month we'll probably do $5 a piece. Well, lamb is rather flat, smoked lamb. Okay. No, Bucknut, you're all good. That's why I ask you guys, is because I the only thing I ask is just don't, there are people out there that think that they're giving me advice when in reality they're attacking me most of the time. They're taking it and making it personal. And it usually begins with you. And it's like, oh, okay, well then I guess this is where this is going. But for the most part, I'm always open to criticism, and as long as it's constructive and it's meant to help me be better, why not? I mean, that's why I like you guys. That's why I want you guys around, because you can't do anything on your own in life. Your life is a solo journey, but it still requires the help of others along the way. Yeah, I know. I'm working with this guy. So you guys remember, I wanted to take the other channel. I wanted to turn it into something that kind of worked with the homeless to kind of fix some of their issues. Well, after getting into talking with him, by the end of the first session, I'm like, you know what? I don't think I want to do this. It's not that I can't do it, because in a lot of ways, I'm kind of like, we're neck and neck. He's barely kind of keeping up with me, but he's helping me kind of, figure out some of my deeper issues. And there are reasons why I have an aversion to money, and because I have an aversion to money, I tend to repel it instead of attract it. And a lot of it has to do with what I'm thinking and kind of how I feel about the whole situation. And this is something that I'm kind of learning. I'm saving up for the tier where you have to moan my name and eat a bratwurst. Bucknut? You buy me the fuck it, bro. Bucknut, I might take you up on that. $100. So I think that's worth it just for you. Don't ask me to do that for anybody else, but I do it for you just for comic relief. Buying bourbon and flashlights, though. Okay. Yeah. So yeah, bourbon and flashlights. That's good. I really like the flashlight that one that accidentally got sent to me. I don't think it was an accident though, Bucknut. I think you're smarter than that. Um, but we'll go with that story. Mm. Man, you guys got me turning red from smiling and laughing so hard. I haven't done this in a while. Uh, but it's nice to kind of relax. I'm making sure that I'm not burning out. That's the most important thing. You're teaching me to use AI though. I'll have Grok do a video. I call bullshit, Bucknut, because what I saw you do in a matter of just a couple of minutes playing around. It's like, yeah, no, yeah, you're a lot more skilled than you let on, Bucknut. You could probably get up here and teach me a lot of things when it comes to tech, which most techies could. So, wait a minute, does that flashlight vibrate or am I going the wrong direction? Oh no. Oh no. That one's a good one. Yes, that's a good one, Chris. That's a yeah, okay. You guys have got some zingers tonight, huh? Yeah, and everybody's missing out on these. Mm. Yeah. Well, this was like what I was discussing with him is not only my aversion, but in my quest to kind of prove people wrong, that thought ill of me. I tend to push myself so hard. That's kind of why I became a workaholic. But by the time I attain it, just like I did with my janitorial business, by the time I start attaining success, I pushed myself so far into the ground that I'm not even able to enjoy it, and it quickly came crumbling down. It was a matter of time. So, um, I tried to do a YouTube thingy but failed. Maybe try again sometime. How did you fail? It's pretty. You just got to enter in a title, and when you upload it to your phone. Mm. Mm. Yeah, it'd be interesting to see what you got, Craig. Let me know when you got your first video up, man. Love to laugh. Yes. Um. Okay, guys. So this is the end of the night, rebels. All right. So, I will see you, same bat time, same bat channel tomorrow. I just subbed to Craig. Okay, cool. I'll upload from the laptop. Awesome. Upload from the laptop. Well, did you keep the browser open the whole time? Because you kind of got to keep it open and let it do its thing. Because otherwise, when you close it, it pauses it. Um, well, thanks, Billy. All right, night, guys. Thanks for being here. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. Same bat time, same bat channel. You too, Chris.